bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas day 10. I can't believe we're in the 2-digit numbers already for December. I'm just going to gather all the advent calendars. This is my present for today. Still have some snow. It was meant to snow in the night. I don't think it happened. So I would love a little bit more snow today because we're home. We're home and we're just with his mom, but we could really enjoy it outside if need be. So we'll see. We are all getting worse with the cold, which is not handy because next week is absolutely packed with a lot of fun stuff and I don't want that to get in the way. I have, apart from Monday, there is something happening every single day, a lot of Christmassy things, and I don't want this to affect it. So fingers crossed it's like we're at the worst point and we're just gonna get better from now on, but all of us had it at different stages. This is the latest one, but I'm just hoping it just passes soon. So today in my advent calendar from Rachel I got some macaron bath bombs. I'm not sure what the scent is. Oh, there's this thing, hold on. No, it just says the color. I'm not sure, but they smell really nice anyway, so that's very good. And then in the woodland one, hold on, I'm gonna try and focus on it. Come on, come on, come on. It won't focus. There we go. I'm gonna put the things in at the same time. We got the mummy for the baby here, and for here we got some drinks. I'm gonna put the, and then we got the pillows to match the chairs. I'm actually gonna switch them around. There we go. And today Naomi is in this spot, which is handy because tonight Felix has to go with him to the health hospital. Well, has to go to her hospital and we need to leave him in the evening beside Naomi, so we'll just put him in the pot with him. I've now moved my advent calendar to this little Christmas tree there. I'm putting the next 3. Well, I had more, but because there's more big ones there, I've put the next 3 here, and then I have the rest of the presents in those 2 drawers.
Oh, that one, huh?
You fall down.
Oh no, it's funny. Oh, die.
Something good just happened. We're going to see Dodie Clark in concert in Belfast in March. If you don't know Dodie Clark, she is on YouTube and you need to go and check her channel because her voice is amazing, and she's one of these people that when I feel rubbish, if I listen to them sing, I feel great. And I just was watching one of her videos and she said she was doing a tour and the first date was Belfast, and I thought, quick, I need to go and see if there's still tickets because the video had been out for a couple of days, and there was. And we're going to tickets because he's nice and he's gonna come with me to see her. You don't really mind her, do you?
I can't remember hearing her sing, but I went to see Hanson with you on like our second date.
Yeah,
so
he went. I dragged him to the Hanson concert with 2 of my friends I've met via the Hanson fan club, because yes,
I was about 10 years older than everyone else there.
It was brilliant. They were not that bad, were they?
No, we were fine live.
Yeah, so yeah.
Of course, I had excellent company.
Yes. He stayed after that. I thought if I drag him through a Hanson concert in the beginning of our relationship and he stays, there's hope. What? Look, 10 years later, he's still there. We are now off to James' parents for dinner, and I don't know if I will film anything there. If I do, it will come up next. Otherwise, see you when we get home. It's not much later and we have the fire on, and Owen is going to go to bed But before he goes to bed, he needs to remember to do one thing. What is it?
Find Felix and put in the pot.
Well, in the one with Nomi, because he has to stay with Nomi.
One in that pot.
But because then it's easier for Nomi to get him. Where is Felix going? You want to remind everyone?
Felix is going to the elf hospital on the elf ambulance.
Yeah. And then he should be back in a few days, okay? You like the fire?
When you look at first, well, when you're so close to it, kind of feels like your eyes are burning.
Yeah. It's warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
It feels nice, doesn't it, though?
Yeah.
On your... And you can get cozy.
Yeah, but it does kind of hurt.
Yeah, but don't put your eyes in it.
Yeah, but like, when you leave it, when you're looking at it, it kind of does go really hot.
Yeah. So here is Felix, and we're going to put him beside Nomi there.
You know what water bottle is?
No one, it is where you put it. There we go. And then they are both side by side here. Owen forgot to give a hug to Felix before he goes to the hospital.
I miss you, buddy. I miss you.
But he's going to come back and he's going to be all better, okay? There he is. Before James and I have a little chat with you about something really important that we feel the need to talk about today, I would like to let you know that Rachel, who I did the Advent calendar with, has finally, and I'm really happy about this because I know it's been a long time she's been wanting to do this and she didn't have the confidence to, and she's finally started a YouTube channel and I'm super excited. She has 2 videos up, so I will write it down there, her YouTube name, and I will link it in the comments as well. Go over and subscribe. She will more than likely have very similar content to mine, like hauls and vlogs and mommy stuff, and we have a pretty similar lifestyle and life with kids and all that, so if you like what I do, you would more than likely like what she does too, so I would strongly advise you go and say hello. Yeah, just tell her I sent you over, it would be lovely.
Hello. I'm James, Julie's husband, and if you've been watching the vlog for a while now, you'll know that this week is the 3rd anniversary that I was diagnosed with cancer. I'm still in remission, nothing has happened along those lines, but this week has brought something into focus for me, and it's a story or a side of having cancer that doesn't really get talked about and people aren't willing to talk about. So I know, well, this vlog is a way I'm hoping of telling this. Like, when I had cancer, people, you know, they cut me a lot of slack. They know, you know, this terrible thing has happened to you. The chemotherapy hit me really hard. I was allergic to it and I've had lots of problems that the doctors have never seen before. So, you know, I'm the interesting patient. I get cut a lot of slack for that problems and lots of support from all the professionals. But one thing I've noticed is that there's no support for Julie. There's very little support for Owen and Alfie as well. I had cancer, but I wasn't the only person who went through that experience, because I was actually in the hospital with Julie when she was having her diabetes and pregnancy test when I got the phone call telling me, can you come in now because we want to operate on you today. And I can still remember the look on Owen's face whenever the oncologist said I was too sick to go home. And Owen misinterpreted that because he thought that meant I was never going to go home. And you know, as the months and the years have gone on, all the friends in the family who were able to rally around Julie at the time, and it was a crisis point and they were great in the crisis, but crisis is end, and as the months and the years go on, the level of support can't be there because people have their own lives to lead. But
this is not like a
this isn't criticizing anyone.
No, it's
like
it's just a fact. It's probably a very realistic fact.
Like, a lot of my own family members have their own health problems and other issues and crises to deal with, and they can't be there giving a level of support for, like, I'm going to need a lot of help for the rest of my life, and Julie's going to be the one giving most of it.
To my
Sorry
best.
about that.
To my best.
That's why they make you take voice. But a lot of the time when people see how much of a toll looking after me has had on Julie and the difference it's meant to our lives, because we had yeah, a rough outline of what the rest of our lives were going to look at, and that's completely unrecognisable now. I mean, physically and mentally, I'm not who I was, and I can't. All the times when Julie should be able to look to me for support, I'm having to look to her for support, so she's having to look after herself and me, when most people think that, you know, she wouldn't be able to look after herself.
I was 30 weeks pregnant whenever James was diagnosed, and it was fine. It was just, but you know, it was an emergency situation.
Like,
so it's
during our first pregnancy, I tried to do everything that I could to help Julie, but at that point, when I was providing the most help the first time, I wasn't able to do anything the second time. Like, I wasn't even well enough to be there when Alfie was born. I had to kind of take a taxi there afterwards. But it's just how it impacts your immediate family. I can see the stress and the toll that it takes on Julie. Like, I don't know if it's come through in the vlog this week, but she has been a bit stressed and a bit emotional.
Today has been the toughest day of all. It's last night. Yes, last night it hit me really. I suddenly felt completely overtaken. Can you say?
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed by every time this time of the year happens. This is what happens. Whenever we were told that James had cancer, it was an emergency situation. We had to just act, and it had to be done quickly because the cancer was progressing and waiting would make it worse. So everything had to be done really quickly. We did not have any time to think twice about things. We just did it. And once the autopilot mode, as I call it, stopped, that's when I started to get hit with all the emotions I should have felt then just hit me after. But because in time they were not at the right moment, it's very, very hard to deal with those feelings. And yesterday I was hit suddenly out of the blue with all the emotions I should have felt when we were told James has cancer, he needs to have surgery now, and all this. And I don't know what to do with those feelings, and it makes my anxiety like sky high. I didn't really have anxiety before everything happened, and it has been a very big problem for me since that. I've dealt with it a lot, but there are days like today where it's just very, very tricky to deal with, and today has just been one of those days where I just don't know what to do with this. But I didn't want to pretend everything was fine in the vlog, because that's just life, and I know this happens to so many people, and I wish that more people talked about that side of the story, because there's no support, but there's also nobody tells you this will happen to you. Nobody tells you that from the moment you hear this, your life will never get back to normal, as in what you knew as normal before. It's impossible. I went through therapy for a month 2 years ago, yeah, a year after, which helped massively, and I've learned a lot of things, but I think there's stuff that will only need time to get better. Sorry. The one thing I'm going to say has improved is that last year, when I saw this week was arriving, I was panicking at the idea of going through this week, because I knew that what would happen, and I was terrified. This year, I've not thought about it once until it hit me. So there's progress, I guess, but it's still not easy. And I know it's Vlogmas, and I know it's all festive and all that, but I don't want to pretend my life is different from what it is. And it felt wrong to me today to not say anything about this, because last night the thing I repeated the most, I think, is that I don't understand why nobody talks about this, and it makes me angry in a way that nobody warns you and all that. So I thought, well, I can't just complain about it and do the exact same, so here is why this little serious talk happened at the end of this vlog. I hope you understand, and next week is super festive, so hopefully I'll be in a more festive mood, but I think it's just, I just needed to let these things happen today, and that's why I kept vlogging to a strict minimum. But hopefully the show will be back on from tomorrow with a lot of festive things. And there. Do you have anything to add? Yes, one thing that really annoys me, and
One?
well, no, I get annoyed at a lot of things, okay? But one thing that really annoys me, and I want to say this, not as a criticism, if you are a person who knows me and has ever said this to me, this is not a dig, it's just something because I know it's meant with good intentions, but it hurts. A lot of the times when I speak to people who haven't experienced this before about how difficult it is to get back to normal, to a new normal, I'm every single time being told, yes, but at least he's alive. And that's true, and I'm very, very grateful. But it doesn't make it any easier. It's still very hard. It's still very hard to just completely change your life overnight when you don't expect it. It's still very traumatic, and being told that is, to me, the way I see it, is kind of, well, you're not entitled to complain because at least he didn't die. That's exactly how it feels, and I know it's not what people mean.
You went from my partner to my carer, effectively, overnight. Literally overnight. But
it's not something, I'm not complaining about that part. This is, to me, when you marry somebody in sickness and in health, yeah. You know, it's part of, I didn't
Someday
say...
done the melody.
I didn't say those vows in, you know, I did mean that, and I will continue to mean that, but it's just, I want people to think when they say that to people of the impact it will have on people, because it does have an impact. So yeah, hopefully this will help somehow somebody, even if it's just one person.
Well, it must be hard for you not to be angry when you see that, like when I walk into the kitchen and you've asked me to get something, I come back because I can't remember either what you asked me for, or I can't remember that you asked me for anything.
There are a lot of things that are very hard to adjust to, and it's difficult because I know it doesn't do it on purpose, but it is at times aggravating, and it's not, but I can't blame him. I just blame cancer, chemo, neuropathy, everything on the list that causes these things to happen, and the universe. I blame the universe all the time. I'm not a spiritual person, but I believe in karma and the universe and all that. And I'm just wondering what I've done to the universe for this to happen to us. So, yeah. But we did it. So yeah, this was a very long chunk at the end of Vlogmas. But a very true, realistic feel of what today was like.
Well, I mean, the memories of what happened are going to be a part of all our Christmases to come.
Yes, that's the thing. Christmas is always going to be, like, the lead up to Christmas is always going to have this portion before, and hopefully over the years we learn how to be more and more okay with it, but 3 years is not really a long time when you go through something very traumatic, so yes. That's everything, isn't it?
Almost.
I think so. So yeah, that's everything for today. On another note, Naomi is ready to go to the elf hospital tonight, so I have some little logistics. We have some logistics things to take care of to make sure everything goes smoothly for him. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow for another Vlogmas, with the start of a very festive week. A very festive 2 weeks actually, because then the week after that's Christmas Eve week and all that. Anyway, see you then. Bye.